walk the journey of bravery. People doubting my sanity because of this woman. Poetry.
Poetry, we tango together.
Together. My perfect dance partner. 2 left feet we fall, but this is not a disaster.
So I get up and right, left, right. You see? You're starting to get a hang of it.
Hang on. Should I not hold on because my grip's not strong? Perhaps they were right and I would fall. Or should I hold on and prove them wrong because where I feel I belong is down this path?
Look, I know nothing but the art to picture through writings, remedies, to heal broken souls. So no, I plan for this plan to last. Me and poetry dancing until sunset.
My mistress. She has me wanting to leave my wife because life's a teacher who would only leave marks that would question my every decision. Should I be walking in this direction?
Get a job, you're lost, this is not working. But why can't you see that I'm working, entertaining? You should hear what they're saying. When I strike them with these lines, they say it's lightning. Because I get them enlightened.
I lighten the load. Let loose and live life, because life lives nonetheless. Lessons learned only when you are dead. So before then, take a bite from you's apple.
Let the juice quench your thirst. Look out, never right to impress. It's a way to express the grip of the teeth on the apple. The results were inevitable. The curse was never to be broken, so we'll forever stay writing. So I'm writing to you, only to share.
For sharing is caring. Caring to carry the loads of lost souls who have stories untold, for they bring sorrows through the earlobes.
Through these poems I console widows who were once married to the real world in Rome, where love is found, but now they seek to find. So with pen in mind, I dig gold mines to find the hidden truth.
To ask it who it's hiding from.
Cause living in a sight for too long. Now answer the hidden questions in this poem. Ask the blind mind if it's safe to roam this maze. Eyes closed, should we tiptoe? Are we too loud?
But you can't afford not to make a sound. That doesn't sound right. In silence one dies. When the truth hurts, it's safe to deny. But living a lie is better than living on the line. Because living on the line is not what they had in mind when they premeditated my storyline. Meditating on who I'll become. Am I the one wanting valuables from the earth, robbing it of its wealth but never giving back? Step back
and capture your selfie stick to what you know. This will help you grow like a bamboo.
Unscrew and let loose.
You might fall after all, but don't dare forget, birds also learn to fly. Yours truly,
my pen will
forever
stay paper skating.
My mind
will forever
stay creating.
But the one pain pays me with promises of exposure, but really leaving me exposed to poverty, while prosperity laughs at me, another victim of love. This love of poetry.
Poetry, we met in a book. It was love at first page, the perfect fairy tale, with a not so promising ending. Too many of us have fallen. In art we heard, the revolution shall be televised.
Or shall it be heard? Shall it be witnessed and spread finally on my bread, coated with cheese so I can finally live my dreams? In art we heard, stop listening only after the last breath.
For the last breath is the final step off the edge, and there another fallen artist
has fallen onto deaf ears, because only in a moment of silence do they notice. Please, notice the cries behind our smiles. Find it in your heart, because it is what keeps us alive. It is the love of art.
The love to create, not to amuse, but to portray the everyday beauty of the world.
For the world is endless, and I am simply just a sentence
that defines untold stories.
I do poetry. What do you do? But whatever you do, do it for you. If not for you, then for who?
The love.
The love to live keeps the heart beating.
Like the love of writing keeps the pen bleeding.
Right.
In art we hurt. In art we hurt. A mirror once broken is as fragile as the tower of Tetris. But regardless of one's scars, one should always seek to kiss the sky.
The sky.
Arms wide open as though to hug the sky. But remember, son, In order to fly, you should trust the air. Like Jesus did the water, your soul
Amen.
should be as light as feather. So rid yourself from all baggages. Remove all bandages. Turn these scars into stars. For stars find light in the darkness of night. See this side right.
This side right.
With all my might. To rectify and underline the bottom line.
With my eyes shut to society so sight can see reality. In a prophecy, Jah told me,
The mind's eye will never find while being boxed in a rock-like skull, finding it hard to follow your heart.
when the mind never subsides from thinking it's always right.
This I wrote
On a page that allowed me to escape this maze that would emotionally drain the life in my veins.
this human
The
pain.
pain of my way of life has opened my eyes to realize that though life ain't kind to a prophet like I, who was prophesied to arrive with a torchlight so bright that it shines right to the blinds of your
Mind,
these dark times usually design
anxiety,
character that is solidified, or to these dark times harden the heart. Lock it away if you're smart.
No, you
No,
can't.
you can't. And even if you could, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
See, even though I am wounded by each and every poem that has ever left me
Broken and exposed.
I decompose my human form to fertilize my soul with a
Piece of paper, pen in hand.
feeling like I was sent on earth to alter the hands of the time that was spent suppressing the black man, separating him and his connection to his forefathers, for our fathers chose kindness. Tranquility instead of entitlement. Our only sin was to live when all they wanted to do was win. So they wiped us out from within, destroyed our belief system, left us unable to see true evil as it landed on the banks of our seas, deceived so they can achieve superiority. Now we see us through their eyes. My kind despises my kind. Blind eyes view life as it was designed by those playing monopoly with our lives. See, they blind the mind with material things that shine. But all that glitters is not gold. Like all houses are not homes. Not all of our stories are told.
It would seem I'm lost in a bad dream.
I mean,
I
this nightmare cannot be real. At night, closing my eyes has become an attempt simply to pass time. A prisoner behind bars, confined in my mind because I can't find a way out. Trying to find myself is a process that never ends, instead it expands. It sends me to a foreign land with too many unanswered questions, like, does the poet give life to poetry, or is poetry life to the poet? Is poetry a portrait painted only by these prominent poets, or can an underrated writer like me write and be received by those on the receiving end of my ball pen? Trying self-made equations, constantly invading this gold mind, trying to find and clarify if I'm a part of mankind or am I the kind of man to reflect, but never end up shaking hands with my demons. No peace when I look at my inner image. This riddle that is I still riddles my mind. Titled Revival.
Just as she was about to take her last breath, my pen bled ink on page to change her current state. We had given up, thinking it was already too late.
See, we met with Word and we told Word to his face. We were unable to save a gift Word had shared with us. Though she still lives in our hearts, poetry has finally died.
As voiceless as the echoes of silence. But regardless of what just occurred, we should continue moving forward, as broke as we are, 'cause she left with all her pieces. All of her poetic pieces were actually suicide notes, but no one noticed. We found comfort in seeing hope in her eyes. We tried to keep her alive. We pumped her lungs with backtracks. We dragged her back on track. We stopped caring, stopped understanding what she was really saying. We were left sharing photocopies of what we think her photo is. Now picture this, a photo of yourself, but you weren't captured. Exactly. A lot of that has been happening lately. Yet I remember her last words vividly. She said, "The ink in your pen can save me." So, just as she was about to take her last breath, my pen bled ink on page to change her current state. Resurrect her from this deathbed. Give her heart some punchlines to start beating. Resurrect her from this deathbed and give her a new set of legs. But do beware, her footprints create potholes on broken souls where for too long no one's been home. And now these broken souls are like smoke lost in the air. But relax, I've come to repair. Prepare, for preparation is key if you are to meet this unique queen. And if you do meet, turn the key, set her free, for the system is for the human being. Undefined she should remain, and if things change, she should forever remain untamed. To free minds, yes, gold mines, never to decline. In her glory, wake up poetry. In your absence, I am lonely. Wake up poetry, and live through the stanzas. Too many of us have claimed we hear you, yet in different ways. Different or not, I guess we all the same in your eyes, but I ask that you look in mine. That light you see is the fire that burns in me. It burns for you, Poetry. Poetry. Eve's apple. Eve. Damage the skin of the apple with your teeth. This evening, you shall witness a miracle. Poetry taken to another level. A lyrical miracle that leaves dictionaries pageless. Receive, cause I'm dropping verses perfectly versed in life. For our arrival was prophesied. A lyrical hypnotist, because I shape and shift images you could have missed if I didn't make you squint enough to see the fine print. Get it? I get it, they're addicted. Hook like a web. I guess it's hard to be forgotten when you're the first ever sin. So raise your chin, oh fallen queen, for your dream is what I live. So life without you does not exist. So for you to revive, I give you my life. Because no one understands but you. See, you knew the unknown, that with you is where I belong. All along thinking it took too long, so long to solve stories of being lonely. Peaceful at night, I sleep with poetry. She molds and holds, folds my soul like arms in her arms. Warm as she holds me to her heart. She makes me feel untouched by the dirty hands of this world when she asks me to write. Blind now I see till again I fall asleep when I wake up to be a human being. But you see, poetry, she sets me free from some of these chains of mental slavery when she asks me to put pen on paper in order to praise the creator by creating further. Anything to further our time together. See, I often wonder, if I were to look into her eyes, will I turn blind? Because her eyes see but never to be seen, otherwise I'd see her tears, weeping the injustices of this world. So I have to empty out the ink in this pen. The ink in this pen holds her words. By poetry I was sent. She told me to tell you she cares. Her ears hear your tears splashing on the floor when you've given up and you don't know anymore. See, these are not just poems, but storylines of broken home. Look, no one understands but you. So with pen and paper, I write chapter after chapter like a coin. I turn heads, then tell tales. See, I write in braille. So this is not for the naked eye. See, I've been through time. I've been here before, just in a different form. See, these are not just poems, but only you understand that a part of me dies every time I recite. See, these are not just poems, but storylines of broken homes. See, these walls have seen it all, yet they stand strong. See, these are not just poems, but only you understand that a part of me dies every time I recite. See, these are not just poems, but only you understand the pain of pouring your heart out until there's nothing left. Fill their cups, let them quench their thirst, but they'll never understand. To them, it's just entertainment. By poetry I was sent. She told me to tell you she cares. Her ears hear your tears splashing on the floor when you've given up and you don't know anymore. See, these are not just poems.
Thank you.
It's another hood nigga production, yo.